the Utah Jazz hadn't lost 60-plus games in their franchise history until last season. They finished with a record of 17-65, which places them since 2000 at the 5th worst record. Today, we're going to turn them into a dynasty. Let's get into it. They made huge strides by going out and making their team a lot younger and picking up a player like Ace Bailey. The 6'10" wing that's 200 pounds with a 7'1" wingspan can kind of create his own shot from anywhere and is a very, very solid defender. So now let's look at our starting lineup, and it looks something like this. We got Keontae George, Ace Bailey, Lauri Markkanen, Kyle Filipowski, and Walker Kessler. Our bench unit consists of Isaiah Collier, Yusuf Nurkic, Bryce Sensabaugh, Georges Niang, and Cody Williams. I want to try to get Taylor Hendrickson minutes. That's my goal right now. Gonna get rid of the Niang minutes, give them to Hendricks, and then we're going to move Ace Bailey over to the shooting guard, because I want Ace Bailey to start this season, and I want him to start in every single game no matter what. So he's going to be our shooting guard this season. It drops his overall by a couple, but that's all right. He'll get back, and we'll be fine. Our 1 and 2 are perfect in the point guard room. Both going to develop very nicely. Then we have Lauri Markkanen, Bryce Sensabaugh, and then here we need to get rid of Kyle Anderson. He's making way too much money for me to be okay with how much money he's making. I mean, to be completely honest, he's making way too much money. He's the 3rd highest player on our team. We might just get rid of him for a salary dump. Yeah, let's pick up this guy, Chris Livingston. We need a backup 2 guard. Who do we think could fill that role nicely? Do we try Cody Williams? Let's see how he plays this season, and we'll see. Moving to the shooting guard. Let's see how the first week of the season goes, because we also don't have our first round pick this year. Let's go try to trade for that, actually. I think it actually might be the Thunder? Yeah. Top 10 protected. Give you Lauri Markkanen. They need to make up $48 million. Lou Dort. Need to make up $23 million. Yeah, this might actually not work. iHeart. Can't pick him up. Who's like a wasted contract? Kenrich Williams. Lou Dort. Still need to make up 14 mil. It's not going to happen. Let's go talk to Washington. See if they want Lauri Markkanen. Okay, who has the Wizards' first round pick for this year? Let's just, you know what? Let's sim to the trade deadline and just see how we're doing. I see a lot of L's. Honestly, yeah, Kobe White and Jalen Smith for Yusuf Nurkic and Walker Kessler. Let's negotiate. I'll look at this. 25-year-old for a 24-year-old and a 31-year-old, and we're also getting another 25-year-old back. But, like, I don't know. Walker Kessler's a really good player. And both of these two, like, we'd be switching one-year deals where we'd basically be paying him this next year. And then Yusuf Nurkic is $19 million that needs to get off the books. Okay. We're actually going to decline the trade, and then we're going to go into trade finder, because I didn't realize he's making $19 million. That's absurd. We're looking for a salary dump, something maybe like Kevin Huerter, something maybe like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, getting a 2029 first-round pick out of it. Miles Bridges might not be a bad pickup. Claxton, Toppin, Jordan Poole, Tobias Harris for not beneficial enough. Keldon Johnson actually might be the pick here, or the player here, or Mark Williams. Mark Williams and Grayson Allen might be a good tandem to have, especially as, Let's see what we can do here and see if I can, because I don't really want Grayson Allen or Kenyon Martin. to leave. Okay, but they need to make up $8 million now. And Grayson Allen was making 16, so then we have to get rid of somebody else, and that's why it was. They want Kenyon Martin Jr. They'll give us Royce O'Neal, which I don't want. So we made that pickup to get Mark Williams. So now we have a really, really solid backup center here, and both of our young centers will be developing, which is huge for us. Mark Williams actually might become better than Walker Kessler just based on potential. We have a very young roster, 22-year-old starters, 20, our oldest player is 28 years old that is going to actually step foot in the basketball game. Because 21 and 22, never mind, I'm a liar. Grayson Allen is going to play significant minutes for us, and we did kind of need another shooter, because now we have Grayson Allen, Bryce Sensabaugh, because Niang doesn't play, Clayton doesn't play, so we kind of needed an extra guy to be able to shoot the ball, right? Because our best shooter was another guy that doesn't play. It was actually Lauri Markkanen, who is the only starter that's actually a good three-point shooter. Bryce Sensabaugh is there, but he's a bench option. So Grayson Allen will be a very good defender for us as well. He's actually the second, other than this guy, Elijah Harkless is nuts. What the heck? Like, he probably has horrible potential. Yeah, D+. Let's try to sim to the trade deadline now and just see how we're doing. Steven Adams in a first-round pick in 2028, not going to happen. Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell, my nemesis for Walker Kessler. No. I want to see how Taylor Hendrickson is actually playing in these games. He got 1 point in this game. How about this one? 5 points. Let's look at his stats from this season to see if he's actually, like, doing anything. Career high of 18. It's not good. I mean, in his limited minutes, right, he's getting 5 points, a block and a steal. He had a game with 4 blocks. Like, he's a good defensive player. He just can't score the ball, and that's what scares me. Like, he is a very, very lackluster shooter. But you know what? I'm going to keep him around. How's Walker Kessler doing on this season? Not scoring, no points. Cool. Yeah, that's a lot of losses. Dalton Connect and Gabe Vincent for Cody Williams. Gets us some more wing scoring and a wing stopper. So the money matches, yeah. I kind of like that. Because he is DMP this entire season. Yeah, DMP this entire season. And he's not going to play well. So let's actually accept this contract, or this player. That's actually sweet. That was a good trade for me. Point guard, shooting guard. Gabe Vincent is now here being our point guard, and then he's our third. Ace Bailey and Grayson Allen. Connect. Now we make Markkanen back to a power forward because he's an 84. And now we have these two guys that can play in that spot. And we can actually move Dalton Connect to the 2. He's going to be a bigger 2, but it'll be nice. Yeah, so he's a 74 overall, so he does drop a little bit. But we'll make Ace Bailey back to a small forward, and he jumps up to a 77. Might actually look to move Markkanen in the offseason just because, like, at this point, he's not going to help us any. Like, he's not going to, unless he averages, like, 20-plus points. Ace Bailey's, damn it. Everybody's getting injured. Ace Bailey's fully healed. FCPU just rotation. Losing to everybody, bro. You know, as long as we get more than the wins that we had last season, I'll be happy. And yeah, we need to see who we need to re-sign now. Contract extensions. Who is willing to resign? Taylor Hendricks is going to refuse. Niang's going to refuse. And Gabe Vincent actually will resign, but I don't want him. Like, I fully do not want Gabe Vincent on this team. And I tried to get rid of him, but it really didn't matter. So the problem here that we're seeing is we're probably not going to get more than 17 wins this season. This is absurd. Okay, so we have 17 wins. So let's see if we can actually close it out with another one. Okay, we won a game. This is a success. This is a success. We had more wins than we did last season, even though we don't have our own pick, and it'll probably be the first pick in the draft. You know, at least we had 18 plus wins, or 19 plus wins this season. Hopefully we can get to 20. But we have a tough end of the schedule. Like a very tough end of schedule. Everybody's getting injured. Come on, give us one more win. We beat the Lake Show. Let's go. 20-56 was our record. That's not good, but let's see. Ace Bailey actually played really, really well. 14 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, a steal, and a block per game. It's not bad shooting 40, 13. Okay, so not really great shooting splits. But, yeah. I mean, obviously, Cooper Flagg played better than him. He was more efficient, did what he needed to do, played better basketball. Russell Westbrook wins 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Wemby. Of course it does. Matas Buzelis wins Most Improved Player. So that's a good play for the young bull. And then clutch player was Giannis, shooting 18.8% from 3. Coach of the Year was Mike Brown. Zachary Staples was the Executive of the Year. I doubt we'll have anybody first or second team for anything. First team all defense, nothing. Utah Jazz, where are we? Okay, so he was actually 5th in the Rookie of the Year voting, which is unfortunate. But we now just simulate through the playoffs. Let's hope the Timberwolves win, because I'm a Timberwolves fan. Edwards versus Jalen Brunson. It's a Cat versus... God damn it, Cat! Full odds to get the top 3 picks. So let's see here. Brooklyn, Utah. Yeah, so we need to figure out a way to get this pick back. Wait, no, we kept our pick. Oh my god, we kept our pick. It ended up 5. That is so big for us. That's actually huge. Vic Weber. Okay. Let's see here. 74, 76, 81 overall point guard. 77 overall shooting guard. 76. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so there is an 84 overall center in this draft class. We need to see how we can get into position to get pick 1. Because he's going to go 1. And if we could pick up this center, that guarantees us a lot of success. Can't be Mark Williams. It has to be someone under contract. Let's go Walter Clayton here. Okay. And then we'll give you guys the Timberwolves first next year. And our first round pick in 2030. And a second. And our 2030 Thunder pick. And the Lakers pick. I just wanted this 84 overall center, and this is where we find out that he's actually not that good. Hall of Fame ceiling, Dave Cohen's. Yeah, we're drafting him. Choose prospect. It's like, oh, do I want the 23-year-old point guard who could play like Tony Parker or Darren Williams? Or do I want the guy who's just guaranteed to be a Hall of Fame? Yeah. The 7-foot center. I'm really happy about this. Let's look at his stats now. He's 94 standing dunk. Solid 3-point shooter. Offensive consistency isn't necessarily there, but he's a solid defender. good rebounder, pretty athletic for how big he is. And, I mean, he's definitely well above an 86 potential, so that's huge. Rookie signings, Vic Weber is the only guy we ended up keeping. All of these guys, we want to send them their rights. Okay. Qualifying offer. And he's 22. Might as well extend the qualifying offer to him. Even though he's a younger guy for sure. But now we got to pick up Walker Kessler. Make sure we keep him around. If we can, I would like to also get Mark Williams. Just so we have an extra center. Because in my mind, right? Who signed already? Okay, perfect. So now we actually have our perfect roster. Let's go to player progression. I'm really excited about this season. So, Weber actually starts off as our best player. He is the franchise cornerstone, along with Ace Bailey, who jumped 6. He jumped 6 overalls. This is so huge. Okay, Walker Kessler jumped 2 as well. We're going to have kind of a twin tower situation here, where we have 2 7-footers. 3 7-footers on the court. We're going to definitely be playing tall ball this season. Let's look. Keontae George jumped to an 81. Isaiah Collier to a 79. Connect actually jumped up 3, which is huge for us. Sensabaugh did well. Hendrickson jumped up 3. Filipowski jumped up 1, which actually means I actually like Filipowski in the starting lineup this year. Or maybe not starting lineup, and we maybe move like Mark Williams around. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do actually. Okay, let's go into the actual NBA season first before we do anything. Let's look at our roster now, right? So it's looking like 1 and 2 again. We picked up a guy named Ben Shepherd, and we picked up Mike Conley in free agency as well. Taylor Hendricks, Mark Williams. Okay, so our team's oldest player is Mike Conley, but he's going to be a good vet to come off the bench for us. Like, he probably won't ever play, and then we do need to get rid of Grayson Allen because he regressed tremendously. So I think I might just take that pick. 2029 Bulls pick. Yeah. So we picked up that Bulls pick. Now let's look at what our lineup will look like. Okay, so starting point guard, shooting guard, starting shooting guard, starting small forward, starting power forward will be who? Who would we rather? Who can stretch the floor a little bit more? He can. We're gonna have him play power forward. He's gonna play power forward and backup center minutes for us. He's actually better than Lauri Markkanen, so there's no reason to keep him around anymore. I mean, for the time being, yeah, let's see if we can manufacture a trade for Lauri Markkanen to get him out of here, because he is, unfortunately, not getting any better, and he won't get any better. Jared McCain is an interesting pickup. Is a very, very interesting pickup. Hunter's there, Santi Aldama, Devin Vassell, and Kyle Filipowski. We'd get Kenyon George. Just for the sole fact that it's Chinese Jokic, maybe. Pods could then run the 1 for us, and we have an aging Jimmy Butler. Let's see here, because the problem is Lauri Markkanen is just so damn expensive. And we'd be getting off of his money by getting this Paul George contract. Let's see. Okay, so Paul George is probably the only guy we could pick up out of their team, is what I'm guessing. Yeah, it's either him or Embiid, and they're not going to give me Embiid. So we actually will go into this Paul George move. We'll go here, and we'll give them... Because... Yeah. Because then it's... Then our lineup looks like Keontae George, Mike Conley at the backup, then Connect, Ben Shepherd, Ace Bailey. Okay. How is McCain's playmaking? He's a backup PG, so he should be fine. Pass IQ, or pass accuracy's good. Where's his pass IQ? 78. Offense. Yeah, let's pull the trigger on this deal. We're not interested in this trade. No, we're going to go back into the trade finder. We're going to trade finder Lauri Markkanen, and it's going to be one of the first trades that pops up. Yep, Isaiah Collier does have to go, which is really unfortunate for us. But in turn, this gives us a chance to use this Jared McCain, and he will be our starting point guard this season. So that's pretty huge. Jared McCain will be an 83 overall point guard, and then we have Dalton Connect in here. Okay, let's move Taylor over the small forward. Let's think, right? So Taylor moves over to the small forward. And now we got to sim like 60 days. So October 20th, November 20th, December 20th. McCain, Connect, Bailey, Weber, Kessler, Keontae George, Mark Williams, Filipowski, Sensabaugh, Paul George. Yeah, we'll here, let's simulate a couple games first just to see, because if Paul George does play well, like there's no reason. Let's just look in these two first games this season. Paul George had 4 points. Paul George had 9 points. Okay, let's simulate to December, and we'll go from there. Sadiq Bey and a first-round pick. Not going to happen. Peyton Pritchard for Dalton Connect. Not going to happen. Keontae George for Malik Monk. Not going to happen. Fill out automatically. Adjust rotation manually. We picked up Bogdan. Paul George is... It says he's on fire. He has a player option. Yeah, no, we have to get rid of him. Yeah, no, we actually have to get rid of him because of the player option. He's going to take that player option. Nope. So we are playing phenomenally better than we did last season. Nope, not getting rid of Hendrickson. Hendrickson's going to come in for Paul George once he gets traded. Cason Wallace. Let's negotiate. He's on the last year of his deal, and so is Filipowski. Decline offer. Simulate a couple more weeks, and then we'll just check on how Paul George is doing. Connecting Trent. Jalen Johnson wins the Cup MVP. Perfect. Okay, so now we should be able to trade finder Paul George. Okay. Yeah, the problem is he's just making so much money that I don't know how this is going to be possible. Because we got to find someone like a Jeremy Grant, but yeah, they'd still need $11 million on his massive contract. So we need someone making about $40 million, roughly. No, that's not going to happen. I don't even know why I tried that. De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell, how much? We'd have to make up 20 out of 20. Okay. So out of 27 million, we'd still have to make 20. So it's like $47 million. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox would boost it up by, yeah, okay. They want Jared McCain and they make this deal done? Yeah, no. Get rid of McCain. Okay. Let's see. Just trying to find someone that would be willing to get rid of whoever. Like maybe Jalen Green, but we'd have to make up $8 million. Yeah, no. Try for like Brandon Ingram, maybe. $4 million still need to make up. What about Scotty? If we did Scotty. 1.9 is actually doable. Let's give them the second, another second. Okay. Or who has enough cap space to be able to maybe take him? Brooklyn has a chance. Yeah. Brooklyn or the Wizards. Okay. Yeah, Brooklyn or Wizards. Brooklyn or Wizards. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so let's go talk to the Wizards about Paul George. Take Corey Kispert. As long as you take Paul George. They'd still need to make up $35 million. Who is the other team? Wizards or the... Who was it? Because okay, Wizards or the Nets. Let's go talk to the Nets about... Because honestly, it's just like, I need to get him off this contract. Because, like, in hindsight, it was just such a stupid move to try to go pick him up. But we could exchange for a bad contract. That gives them plus $37 million. Or they're plus 13. Okay, so they're still plus 13 in that situation. So I don't need to pick up one of their best players, or their most expensive players. I actually might be able to pick up a Cam Thomas. No. Okay, so they need $34 million on that one. Let's see. So it will have to be someone like a Nick Claxton, maybe, or a Michael Porter Jr. And they want Keontae George, and they'll give me Draymond Green. Not going to happen. Go player/pick. First round pick. First round pick. First round. Okay, so I can't get rid of any of my firsts. Paul George. Okay, so point guard room looks like this. Shooting guard room looks like this. Right. Small forwards, power forwards, centers. Okay, hear me out. Let's do this quick. Go here, roster, boom. Okay, so Reed Shepherd. Well, first of all, we want... Who do we want to go play the 2? He's 6'5", he's 6'9". Let's go make Sensabaugh play the 2, because he's a little smaller. Boom. So now he's playing over Bogdanovich. Right. Let's do this. How will he look at small forward? Filipowski actually does jump up in the small forward position, so we're going to do that. Make his backup a power forward, and then we'll make Taylor Hendricks our power forward, backup small forward. Perfect. So now Everything should be working well. Ace Bailey is currently not playing, so Paul George is in the starting lineup. Yeah. Honestly happy with how things are going right now. Let's simulate to the trade deadline and see how we're doing. Jet Howard and Wendell Carter, not going to happen. Like, we are winning a lot more games than we're on pace to win over 40 games. Like, way on pace to win over 40. I think we sit around maybe 45 to 50 wins at the end of the season. Hopefully, if we can get there, that'd be sweet. Because we're already at 30. Because after this, bam for Jared McCoon and Paul George. Let's negotiate. How old is he? 29, never mind. Laurie Market for Walker Kessler. AJ Johnson and a second round pick for Dalton Connect. Let's see how he's playing. Yeah, I mean, this season he's averaging 15 points per game. Like, AJ Johnson, don't get me wrong, he's playing a good version of basketball for him, but there's seriously no reason for me to... Okay. And Caruso for McCann? No. Trade deadline? Yes. Okay. So we're at 32 wins. Let's see. How's Ace doing? Ace is back. Shepard, Paul George, Bryson Spa. Go to him. Go to Taylor. How's he doing? 9 points, 7 points, 8 points, 16 and a half, 9 points for Kessler. He's averaging 19 and a half, 9 rebounds per game, 5.6 assists, 2 steals, or 1.2 steals and 1.2 blocks, shooting 47, 40, and 85. That's really good, playing 31 or 33 minutes a game. Very good player. Very, very good player. How's McCain doing? 17 points. Connect's doing well. Bailey has 20. I'm really happy about that. We're going to simulate to the end of the regular season. I'm actually super happy with my roster this year. Let's see. All right, let's simulate. Just want to see how our guys did. So Ace Bailey played better than everybody else. Jeremiah Fears played well as well, but then Igor Demon. Weber played well as well. Kyrie won the 3-point contest, and men won the dunk contest. Simulate through. I just want to see if any of my guys made it to the All-Star game this year. I think we're in the West. Yeah, Weber. Weber made an All-Star game in his first season. Only player on our team to make the All-Star game this year was Weber. That's huge for us. Our rookie that we sold the farm for, that's huge. Yeah, no, we're going to easily hit more than 45 wins this season. Like, we are in a really good spot. Contract extension deadline. Let's get us our contracts signed. Filipowski, let's get you back for next year. Hendricks, we'll get you back for next year. Paul George, if you want to take a 1-year deal worth that much money, I just put him on for 2 years, and his contract will go super big this season, and then next season it will be super reasonable, so we actually might be able to get rid of him next year. We are losing a lot of games to end this season. Yeah, no, we got to figure out what just happened. Yeah, it was Paul George coming back into the lineup, I think. Yeah, 9 points per game. We can't have that. We got to put in Taylor to be able to fit our minutes, because he's not playing well, but he's really struggling, actually. Yeah, unfortunate, because it's gonna probably change my lineup again after this game. All right, simulate through. Okay, Paul George actually DMP'd that game. That's good. Simulate through date. Check again. Paul George played. Paul George just played 30 minutes. Who got injured that needed Paul George to be our sixth man? Oh, that's Keontae George. I'm stupid. Yeah, Paul George. It says you're playing really well, but you're not playing really well whatsoever. Mark Williams is out for how long? One to 2 months with an MCL tear. Let's give Sensabaugh some more minutes. Let's give Hendrickson some more minutes. Make it a 9-man rotation. Get rid of these Paul George minutes. Give them to Taylor. Cool. Okay. Anthony Edwards wins MVP. The Rookie of the Year goes to Vic Weber, averaging 20 points per game, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, a block, and a steal. Damian Lillard won 6th Man of the Year. Evan Mobley wins DPOI. A.J. Johnson wins Most Improved Player. Jalen Johnson wins Cup Final MVP, Executive of the Year, back-to-back years with them. Okay, Utah Jazz, Vic is on the second team. That's huge. No defensive teams besides for Walker Kessler. And then for defensive or rookie teams, obviously we have the Rookie of the Year. We are sitting at the 5th seed right now. Simulate the playing game. Going up against, I believe, just the normal Thunder. Yeah. Holmgren, Dort, Shea, Jalen Williams, Nikola Topic, Al Blake, which is a rookie that they got, Cason Wallace, Thomas Schroeder, which is another rookie they got, and Alex Caruso. They have a bunch of other rookies on the bench as well. They took game 1, 2, 3. We got swept, but it was a gentleman's sweep. So, not bad. Cooper Flagg is in his first NBA Finals, going up against Tyrese Halliburton and the Halliban. Mavericks end up winning. Anthony Davis wins Finals MVP. And we finished that season really well. We performed very well. Made our training facilities better. If there's any, yeah, Steph Curry. Oh, god damn it! I can't make him unretire anymore, so I can make Dame unretire though. Okay, cool. Staff retirements, cool. Hall of Fame inductions: Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, all them. Automatic points are now guaranteed on shooting fouls. No more free throws. Reject. Draft lottery. I don't think we'll have a high pick, and I don't think we even have our pick. Yeah, the Thunder have our 24th pick. Yeah. No draft picks for the Jazz. CFO. Let's pick us up Michael Stoffer. And then out of the team doctors, let's go right here. Howard's tentative. Howard rejected. Okay. Okay, so it's either this guy, Sean Navarro, or you go for like the sleep doctor, or the team doctor, or the sports psych. Now let's go with this guy. He just so many abilities that is just like I gotta give it a try. Michael Stoffer rejected our offer. Yeah, and then he signs a cheaper offer later. Like, okay. I don't think there's nearly going to be as good of a team, like, as good of a player in this one. Yeah, so we really lucked out with last year's draft. Yeah, 78 was the highest player in the draft. Ace, Bailey, McCain, and Connect should all re-sign. Qualifying offers to everybody besides Ben Shepherd. And now go to the players that we have our bird rights for. We go here, and we also go here. That should 4-year deal and a 3-year deal for both of them. They agreed, and they signed. Perfect. Okay, so now let's look at our roster and think, okay, so we're good here. We're good here. We're good here. We can ship off Paul George for basically nothing now. And everything else looks fine, yeah. We might have to fill out the roster with a couple extra guys. But honestly, it's like, let's find us an affordable point guard, like... Actually, let's just we'll let our assistant GM fill out the roster for us. Ben Shepherd agreed to his qualifying offer. Let's look at a roster now. Keontae George, Ben Shepherd, Paul George, Hendrickson, Mark Williams. Cool. Player progression. Weber jumps up 7. McCain jumps up 1. George jumps up 2. Connect jumps up 3. Sensabaugh actually goes down, which is time to trade him. Filipowski also goes down, which means time to trade him. Paul George went down 4. Yeah, we just got to get rid of him. Walker Kessler is now 1 overall better, barely, than Mark Williams. Yeah, we gotta move some stuff around to start this season. We finished 5th in the conference last year, which is huge improvements from the year before, but obviously I have 3 more seasons to make this team a back-to-back champion. It's going to be hard to do even one time. No, Kevin Durant, you are not retiring. Let's look at our roster now. McCain, Connect, Bailey, Weber, Williams, George, Kessler, Filipowski, Hendrickson, Sensabaugh. Let's trade us some Paul George. Let's see if anyone actually gives us an offer for Paul George now. Derek Maxwell? Sure. I'll take a 1-for-1. How many minutes did he play per game? 17 in this season. What are his shot tendency's relatively low, but let's see if I can get out of this without using the first. Okay, whatever. Now, we gotta rebuild our roster again. We go McCain to the 2, backup position 1. Then we go here, we go backup position 1, or starting position 1, backup position 2. Bryce to the small forward. Sweet. Simulate to the trade deadline and see how we're doing. I'm only doing this one time. It's just the only player I really want is injured. So we're going to make him not injured anymore. Derek Jones for Curtis Jones. Let's think first. Walker Kessler and Shake Milton for Yon Berenjay, Naz Reid, okay. I agreed to the deal. Because first things first, I'm going to go into here. I ended up, it kind of worked out for me because we ended up getting Naz Reid, who will start until Vic comes back. So it actually ended up working out super well for us, right? Because our point guard room looks like this. Our shooting guard room looks like this. That small forward room looks like this, which is pretty nice. And then, obviously, our weakest position right now is power forward, but we fixed our problem on defense with picking up a perfect defensive stopper. So let's simulate through the regular season. Yep, 53 wins. 54 wins! That's huge. That's a huge season. Wemby wins MVP, averaging 27, 12, 4.5, or let's say 5. 2 steals and 2.5 blocks. Julio Blake wins Rookie of the Year. Too bad I didn't try to trade for him. G.G. Jackson wins 6th Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama wins DPOI. Mark Sears wins Most Improved. Clutch Player of the Year goes to Anthony Edwards. Coach of the Year goes to Chris Finch. And the Suns exec wins Executive of the Year. No one on first team, no one on second team, no one on third team, no one on fourth team, or first defense. No one on second defense. Wait, I'd be really upset if Walker Kessler was in here after we traded him away. He's not. And no rookies on our team. Yep. We are the 6th seed this season, playing against Wemby, the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, and we just swept them on the back of Jared McCain, Ace Bailey, and friends. Okay. Keontae George, Weber came back and had a stellar game. Let's actually adjust our rotation again. So we're missing a point guard. Okay, let's look at our 10-man rotation. We have Keontae George, Hood, these two. That's the problem. So it's, instead of having Yon play the center, he's not getting enough minutes. Let's give Taylor 11 minutes. Let's give him 15 minutes. Let's give Yon 15 minutes. Actually, he's been playing better this season. He has a 40 tendency. Yeah. The thing with him, right, he may not be the best defender or the best bucket getter right now. Yeah, he has a 21 shot tendency. But man, does he play defense. In the playoffs, during the regular season, he's averaging a block a game. Yeah, so in this instance, let's go Naz Reid just for the pure points. Let's go roster, make Naz Reid a center. Let's get Bryce 19 minutes. We have 25 minutes to connect coming off the bench. Let's give him 15 minutes, Henderson 15 minutes, and both of them 20. Whew, we barely got out of that series against the Rockets. In the closeout game, Naz Reid put up 27. Yeah. Simulate game 1. We win by a massive amount. Yon even came into the game for 12 minutes. Did someone foul out? Oh, Naz Reid almost fouled out. So did Weber. Dallas wins game 2 by about 10. We win again. Yeah, it's our wins are massive and their wins are just non-existent. They win that one by Jesus, never mind. Malachi Branham And Cooper Flagg had a really good game. Okay, we won again. Who had Keontae George with a 30-piece? Let's go. Vic Weber wins a Western Conference MVP. And we're going up against the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham. This will be a matchup here. We win game 1 behind a Vic, McCann, and Keontae George 20 ball for each. Ace Bailey had 2 blocks. He played his part, being a really good wing player. We win again by 22 points. Cade Cunningham is trying his best to keep his team in this game, but ooh, they did take that game. They won by 11. Behind a Jaden Ivey 35-point game. They win another one by 10 on a 38-point game from Cade Cunningham. They have now won 3 straight. We are going to shorten this rotation. Taylor Hendrick, Mark Williams, Jared McCain. I don't care. We are shortening this rotation to a 7-man rotation. Alrighty, y'all. Down by 1, we shortened our rotation. Let's see what we can do here. Ace Bailey has 13. Yeah, it's just Cade Cunningham destroying Keontae George. We're still good for the time being. 91-93 with 6 minutes left. 100-100. 103, 104 to 106 to 103. 106, 106, 108. We took the lead. With a minute left to go, we're up by 4 points with under a minute to play. Let's hop in here and watch how this game plays out. Ooh, let's change the camera angle too, unless it's yeah. Cade Cunningham with the ball at the top of the key. Milking down that clock with Naz Reid on him. Passes to Jalen Duren in the paint. Jalen Duren with a bucket. 46 seconds left on the clock. Keontae George dribbling it up past half court. Protecting it. Gets a screen from Vic. Throws it down low. Incomplete pass, and it goes to the defense. They take it away. They're coming down the court. Ivy passes to Ron Holland. Or that's Sexton. Sexton to Ron Holland to Cade Cunningham. With 2 men on him. McCain gets the step through on his dome. Cade Cunningham with the bucket. Gives the ball to Keontae George. Keontae George with Cade Cunningham on him. Ball in his right. Protecting. Waiting for the last second. 10 seconds left. 7, 6. Vic with the ball. Sends the double team. Vic made it! Vic made it! That was a beautiful drop step on 2 players. With 2.8 seconds left on the clock. The Pistons need a miracle to keep this in 6 games. They need a big 3. Connect on him. Ivy misses. We stay alive by barely. We stay alive. Won by 2 points. Heck of a game. Capped off by Vic at the very end with that drop step over 2 defenders. That was huge. Now, let's watch this next game. And they're coming out firing in the first half. Yeah, they are coming out firing in the first half. Now into the second half here, down into the fourth quarter, we start to take a little bit of a lead. They're catching back up here. We haven't scored in a couple possessions. We're back to scoring. 114 to 106. Up by 8, up by 6, up by 5, up by 6, up by 7. With 34 seconds left on the clock, let's jump in here and try to protect this lead. Vic is at the free throw line to end this basketball game right here in Utah. And he misses the second free throw. Keontae George better step up. Double team coming. Cade gets the and one on Dalton Connect because he was trying to stop. That's so unfortunate. Let's give the ball to Dalton. Let him take the free throws. It's a huge bucket for Dalton Connect. Up by 6 now. Misses. That's not good. It's a 6-point game with 24 seconds left on the clock. A 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Let's see if we can really edge this finals out. Naz Reid will head to the free throw line here. And that seals the game right there. There's no way they can come back now. And another one for good measure. This game is over. Actually, it's not over. Ace Bailey get the ball. Shit. Okay. Here we go. 5-point game. Can we make it 6? Nope. 2 threes wins the game for him. And Vic Weber just fouled out. Put in Taylor Hendrickson. Put in Hood. That's really annoying. We got it down the court. We forced Amen Thompson to foul out. Now, at this point in the game, all we have to do is hit one free throw. He missed it. They got to get it down court. 3, 2, 1. And your Utah Jazz have won the NBA championship. What a great moment for these guys. We won the finals. Just barely. Look at them going out sad. Now let's see if we can run it back. Sign everybody. Make sure that everybody who is going to be staying around stays around. Like Dalton Connect and Jared McCain. Sweet. No. We also want to go into... You know what would really help us run it back? What would really help us run it back? I don't know. Simulate the player progression, see who we end up picking up. Keontae George and Lamar Walsh. McCain and Connect. Bailey and Sensabaugh. Vic and Taylor. Berenger and Mark Williams with Nas Reed as well. Let's see if we can do it back to back. And if we do, I mean, that is the challenge completed. I mean, we already brought him back in a couple of years. Let's see if we can go for the two. Let's see if we can go win this back to back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Kevin Durant would like to retire. Sure, he can retire this season. Okay, let's make our rotation back to a 10-man. Who is playing? Okay. Let's go to our roster. Just look at everything, right? 21 points. Might take a jump this year. All of my centers can play power forward. Would I like them to? No. But they all are. It's possible. Okay, so they'd fill in. Ooh, we picked up Terrence Shannon. Yeah. Solid. We picked up another random Timberwolves player. Well, I mean, we should be able to literally just run this back. Actually, let's see. Quentin Grimes, how old are you? 28 versus our 24-year-old. Should be able to just straight up run it back, though. It doesn't matter about contract extensions because if we win this season, the challenge is done. If we lose, we have to do one more season to run it back. This season is based off of pure simulation, though. We are trying to win it without me stepping in whatsoever. We're going to end the season with 55 wins. 55 and 27. Cooper Flagg wins MVP. Asa Newell. Victor wins DPOI. Most improved player goes to Hackman. Not even going to try it. Jason Kidd and Jordan Hobson. Vic Weber makes all NBA second team. No third team players. No all defense besides second team for Vic. Vic is really carrying this team right now. What are the rookie teams? Yeah, all rookie first team. All rookie second team didn't make it. Cool. We are the 4 seed this year. Let's go game by game because it is the Timberwolves. They win by 1. Or they win the game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. They win game 4. They win game 5. Time to shorten the lineup. Someone injured? Vic is out again. He's done for the rest of the season. We're gonna make some moves here. Okay. So Keontae George, yes, you are day-to-day, but I'd rather have Jared McCain be completely healthy and be our starting point guard. Then we have Dalton Connect and Shannon Jr. there, Ace Bailey, and Sensabaugh. Then our defensive, or our other group has to look like Nas Reed. Yeah, it's got to look like Nas Reed, Taylor Hendrickson, Mark Williams. We got to get real lucky here, actually. Let's go down to an 8-man rotation. Simulate with Simcast. They're gonna beat us. $90, $100 to $96, 102 to 96, 105 to 98, 107 to 100, 109, 112. Okay, we successfully made it out of this game. 3-3 here. One more game, simulating with Simcast. Let's go max speed again. The Utah Jazz have been eliminated. Devin Booker versus Tyrese Halliburton. Devin Booker wins. Ethan Clark actually wins Finals MVP. Let's go to player progression and hope it's all right. We won it 2 years ago. Didn't win it last year, so now we do got to make some massive steps to be able to get back on top of the mountain. And I think one of those steps is finding either another scorer or just another superstar, and maybe that's a backcourt player, because we don't really have any crazy backdoor players, if that makes any sense. Move McCain back to the 2. Sensabaugh. Yon will be our starting center this year. So what I gotta do now, one, we're checking our roster to make sure that everything's right. Go here, boom. Okay. So now we need to find a couple players' replacements, right? Like Jalen Hood, we shouldn't honestly continue to have on our roster. Dalton Connect's getting older, but he can still shoot the crap out of the 3 ball, so that's why I'm going to keep him with Jared McCain. Nick Clifford or Johnny Davis. Let's trade Tyler Hendrickson on his last year of his deal because he averages 9 points per game. And then what position are we looking to fully upgrade, right? Because we probably need a new backup 2. Unless we want to go front court, and then go it. We could go... Okay, I have an idea. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find a either point guard or shooting guard. Okay, let's go point guard or shooting guard. Let's just first go through the league and all of the shooting guards. Sasha. Solid thieving inside out. Okay, so not bad. Let's try to pick up this Alex Copeland guy. Need to make up $16 million. Okay, let's do this then. Trade Finder. Okay, so first things first, right? Let's move Jared McCain back to the 1. Right, so Both of our ones are 84 overall. So no matter who's in the game, I'm confident. Right? Then we get rid of Jalen Hood. We get rid because then we connects our backup. Yeah, let's go trade finder. Get rid of Hendrickson. Okay. Jalen Tyson. Jet Howard and a center. That's who it was. Let's do this then. Okay, let's sim to December 16th. Simulate through day. And then we'll be able to properly evaluate how we're doing. Okay, so let's go back to the trade finder. Sure. I'll just do that one straight up. Nick Clifford and Johnny Davis. Alrighty, chat. Here is what our lineup will look like for this season. We'll have Antonio Bolden, Dalton Connect, (2 to 4 weeks). He tore his ACL. Yoan Berenjay is out for the season with a torn ACL. That's really unfortunate. I was really excited for him to play this season and, like, be part of the team, you know? I don't think we need to make any trades as we go on a 3-game losing streak before we pick up 2 games, 3 games, 4 games, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we went on a 9-game streak. Definitely playing really well. I would really like to finish at the top of the conference, but it doesn't seem reasonable this season unless we win out. And it's always the Warriors ruining our streaks. Nice. And we're going to finish out the season with 64 wins. Nope, 63. Jokic, in his, age 35 season, wins MVP. Jorge Sanchez wins Rookie of the Year. Yakachonis wins Sixth Man of the Year. Victor Wembanyama wins Defensive Player of the Year. Lenny Warak wins Most Improved. Clutch Player goes to Shea. Coach of the Year goes to... The Mavericks are scary this season. Vic, second team All-NBA. Second team All-Defense. It's very solid. We are the 2 seed going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. We take game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. We take game 4. We take game 5. We take game 6, getting out of there in a couple. So now we go up against the Warriors. We win game 1, win game 2. They win game 3. We win game 4. They make it 5. They brought it to 6. Okay. Or they brought it to 7. Poor Yoan, dude. I feel so bad for him. Broken nose for Vic. 8-man rotation. Simulate with Simcast. $31 points in the first quarter, 33 in the second, 33 in the third, 34 points. We did not score a single quarter without 30 points. That's huge. Now we go and we play Dallas. They win game 1. They win game 2. Just Cooper Flagg and Reed Shepherd. And this dude, Alex Copeland. Let's go. Game plan. Mavericks. Who is not playing well enough in these playoffs? 18 points per game, 14 points per game, 17 points per game, 26. $9 for Keontae George, 10 for Connect. Bryce Sunspa is 2.3. Naz Reid was averaging 10 points, but They win game 3 after our adjustments. They beat us by 15. Yeah, there's no way in hell we come back from 0-3 now. Let's watch ourselves lose in the final game of the playoffs for us. Ah, dude! Well, there's a chance. There's still a chance that we can bring this game back. It's a low chance, but there is one. Not anymore. Yeah, and just like that, we lose the challenge. This was my first NBA My League challenge. Fortunately, it didn't get completed, but on to the next one, coming out next week. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. This is Reload PJ. Checking out.